Welcome to Spirit Medium Laura Mediumship and Messages. Here you can enjoy healing to happiness with exceptional, evidential, and ethical spirit communications. Spirit Medium Laura has been channeling spirit for over 30 years. She is a research medium and is featured as a top 100 psychic in America. Here is Spirit Medium Laura now.
Sounds like a threat, doesn't it? Hi, everybody. This is Laura, and I'm really a lot more friendly than he sounds. I kind of changed the focus of the show to soul abundance, not because I've changed, but because I've been clarifying, or I thought, why don't I clarify what I really do, which is everything that I'm doing as a medium, and we're all a little different, all of us light workers, spirit workers, whatever you want to call them. But everything I do is all about the abundance of the soul, not only mediumship, which allows you to know that life continues for your own healing, but also for the healing of your own soul, because when you know that life is infinite, it is tremendously healing. So that's why I do this work, or that's why I think Spirit recruited me to do this work. They recruited me, by the way. I wasn't looking to do this work. And so soul abundance is the focus of the show and most of the work I do. And the readings also are of a more healing or soul-focused nature, meaning that I'm going to focus in on things from a little deeper perspective rather than just telling you this is going to happen or that's going to happen. I'm probably going to be told by your guides what you need to do, or maybe there might be some healing involved that's needed as well. And the third thing, speaking of healing, is medical intuition and mind, body, soul healing, which is something that I do as part of this whole soul abundance concept. So this is a TV radio show. I do it twice a week, tonight at 7 Eastern Time. 7 p.m. Eastern Time, and Wednesdays at 1 p.m. Eastern Time. There are links on a website to hear the show live or watch the show live. The website for this show is, listen up, spiritmediumtv.com. That's spiritmediumtv.com. And there you will find 5 things. One of them is to watch the show live. At the bottom of that page, you will notice a live video feed. I think all you need to do is click on it for play, and there you'll see me in front of a spotlight, like a talking head. And that's I thought about that as a way to let you see who I am and feel a little closer to me. Kissing everybody out there. And also on that show, you'll be able to get a private session with me at a discount. The instructions are item 1 on that page. Item 2 is how to be in to win a private session with me. It's a monthly contest. It's item 2 on Spirit Medium TV describes how to do that. I already have 3 emails from those waiting in the queue. Thank you for joining the contest. And the third thing is if I can't get to you and you want to increase your chances because it's very important to you, maybe you have an urgent matter that just can't wait, donate 8 and you will jump the gate. That's item 3 on spiritmediumtv.com. And item 4 is how to get certified as a soul psychic healer. It's a 4-month program that I've written, and there's a wonderful testimonial there, as well as a link to take you through to learn more about that. And of course, the 5th thing, again, is to see me at the bottom of the page. Here's a wonderful testimonial from a recent discernment or mediumship session with a client. As well, I did some medical mediumship of her husband. That's also printed on spiritmediumtv.com. I'm always changing them. I have a lot of people that write me. Some I don't bother to ask them for permission, so I just don't use their name completely. But others say I can use it or it's public already, so I do provide the name. I just have too much going on, and I have enough things coming in that I don't need to do that. So here we are. LS wrote me a nice little email. Oh, yeah, it wasn't an email, actually. It was a message. Thank you so much for sending me the recording of my reading. After I listened to it the second time, I really absorbed everything. Now, this was very nice of her to say. It was 100% accurate. I don't know about that, everybody, but if she says so, I'll take it. It helped me a tremendous lot, and I will be doing business with you in the future. I hope you have a blessed day. Thank you again. Well, thank you, LS. Okay, Okay, so we always have a focus subject, and then after I do all of these lovely things, the focus subject and a channeled group message, then I will get to the phone lines, and that should be about 15 minutes into the hour. And I usually go for some other side connections at the beginning, and then I go to more general kinds of readings about your own life or healings, what have you. Reason is each activity I do takes a different kind of energy. So if I kind of organize the show, uh, I kind of go from channel to channel psychically. It helps me out a little bit. Okay, so the focus subject today is what happens after death? Is all this stuff real? Basically, reason I got into this is when my mother was in hospice. I was already channeling spirit for many, many years, but I wasn't doing it professionally. And when my mother got ready to move to the spirit world, or wherever the heck she was going, I wanted to know what happens after death. Would she really survive consciousness? And so I got very interested in doing mediumship, which is a little different than doing channeling, at least in the traditional, if there is such a thing in this work, is there such a thing as traditional? But in the traditional sense, channeling is when you're bringing in non-physical entities that don't necessarily have to do with you and your own loved ones. They may be higher realm beings or light beings, depending on who is doing the channeling. So I was doing more of a higher level being kind of channeling. I was bringing in St. Ignatius Loyola, Ola was his nickname, and a lot of different, my own guides, basically. So I decided to study mediumship, which means connecting to deceased loved ones in spirit. Different vibration. So I recently did one on Saturday for a client, and it was so funny. It was so magical. It's the article that says, "What happens after death? Grandma Josephine shouts it out." Grandma Josephine. So I'm doing a discernment for two clients, and I was trying to explain to one of them how she can connect with a different grandma in spirit. Grandma Josephine had not shown up. I didn't know anything about that. I didn't even know that this particular client had said to Grandma Josephine before the session, "I want you to come in today during my mediumship session, and if you don't, I don't believe in any of this stuff." I didn't know that. I'm glad that she was polite and didn't tell me, because it might have clamped me tightly shut. So anyway, I was very nicely explaining how to connect using journaling and asking for your grandma to come in. So I picked up my book. I don't know why I did this. I guess Grandma Josephine was close about. And I said, "So see, what you would do before you go to bed is you pick up a book, a notepad that you've saved for this process. And in it you'd write, 'Dear Grandma.'" And all of a sudden I heard the name Josephine in my head. I'm like, Josephine? What's that have to do with anything here? Am I overshadowing my own ethnic background, as I am Italian American, and we have some Aunt Josies in the family, and Grandma Josies, and Big Josies, and Little Josie. We got Carmelas, we got Josies, we got Annas. Every kind of ethnic group, I guess, has their own kind of names. So I was thinking to myself, could it be me? Why would that name come up? And then I thought for a moment, did I just do a session with somebody else and there was a Josephine? But I didn't really stop, because I had a client in front of me. So I said to myself, just use Josephine. I mean, you got to get on with the lesson, right? So I says, so let's say you want to get Grandma Josephine in. So the client goes wild. She says, "That's who I wanted to speak with." So I was a little shocked. I was like, "Really? Wow, that's an interesting way for a soul to come through. I'm not even trying to do mediumship. And Grandma Josephine swoops into the middle of all this." And okay, Grandma Josephine was pretty interesting person and gave us a lot of information. And then later on, I found that if I didn't bring her in, that my client would have been very disappointed, and that was the most important soul. So when these things happen, okay, the circumstance is the following. Like, let's say me as the medium, I'm not trying to do mediumship at the moment. Uh, I'm not projecting. I don't have any idea that this particular thing is going on underneath it. And then it happens. These are the kinds of evidences that I find very compelling, because it's not me projecting. See, it's not me trying to get an answer. It's them. The spirit world has an agenda. And when they show me that they have that agenda, where I'm not expecting, it's very unexpected, I'm not looking for it, that's when it opens my eyes quite a bit. And that is kind of making me more of a believer these days. And you might say to yourself, what do you mean, Laura? You're supposed to believe in all this stuff. You do it, right? Well, when I first started doing it, I was just doing, like, you're bringing in facts about the deceased loved one. If you can get anything right in the beginning, you're like thrilled, right? Well, this is more than facts. These are unexpected incidents. And so when you start to get them, it's, for me anyway, it's become very, very compelling. So what happens after death? Well, we happen after death. And that's what that article is about. In other words, consciousness does continue. And I keep experiencing this. I did it last Wednesday on the radio. There's another one. Mother Mary came in during a discernment. And that's another article that's there. Okay, so we're going to do a little meditation, prayer, energy connection. I'm going to do a little group message for you using with the ones. Not using you. I'm not using you. The ones. The ones is a group of entities, higher, very high level, that are helping Earth evolve spiritually. And so, everybody in the audience, if you would please sit back, uncross your arms and legs, start to focus on breathing from your abdominal area, allowing yourself to gently relax, breathing in deeply and exhaling deeply, becoming light and relaxed, feeling energized from your breath and your connection to higher realms. And as you do that, I would like you to please call in your loved one or ones from the other side, if that's what you care to have today. If you're not looking for that, then please get clear in your mind your questions for Spirit or the healing you need, and please ask Spirit to provide for you success with that. As you do that, I will do the prayer, and I will be back in a moment. And now, on your next exhale of breath, if you would please release your energy into your space, I will create a connection. Thank you. Okay, wonderful. Wow. Mother Mary is with us today. Okay, just give me a moment. I'm going to connect to the ones. We are here. We are the ones. We have come in to break the ice with all of you once again. Each of you is looking for something in your life, something real and tangible that would allow you to understand that the spirit world is truly a world. It is not separate from your world, actually. It truly is an extension of your world. Many of you think of it as separate because in the earth dimension, the illusion of separateness exists. But in the spirit world, we know that everything is continuous, that you truly are just another vibrational link to us and where we all are. We are your helpful ones. We are the ones that you hear when you're hoping for things. We bring into you love. We bring into you hope. We bring into you completion. We also bring into you answers to your prayers. We work with you always on your self-esteem, how you feel about yourself. We give you hope. Self-esteem is our subject today. It is extremely important that each of you understand yourself, knowing that there is not a reason in the universe that you should not have good self-esteem. For each of you is extremely important. You would not exist if you were not important. You see, you were created from the one. And we are part of that energy. We would like to ensure you that each of you has come from the one to create something of the one. The energy of matter is important in your dimension, and you, so long as you understand this about yourself, have object ability to do and create just as the one. In other words, you are creators, each and every one of you. And as you make decisions and send and transmit your energy to create that which you care to have from the one, you will understand how important you are. The opposite as well is true. If you understand how important you are, you will be able to create from the one with greater skill and alacrity. We consider you each extremely important, like facets in a big crystal. Each of you has your own vibration, your own dimension, your own way of seeing, knowing, and being. Please honor your uniqueness and feel good about that. This is one way to feeling higher self-esteem, by understanding that you are different and that difference makes you special. Being special is the way to higher self-esteem. And so we suggest to you not to follow the crowd, but rather to unfold and deliver your true self and identity. Authenticity is the mother of self-esteem and as well the father of charisma. We wish you the best in this process of unfoldment. Namaste. You know, it's always a little scary to do this live like this because I never know what they're going to say. They could start cursing. They can say anything they want to say. I'm just like this little machine that they're using. Okay, so I'm going to go to Kimberly, who's wanting an other side connection. So Kimberly, hi, honey.
Hi.
Hi, sweetheart. You're from 256. Where is that? Where is that in the country?
That's Alabama.
Alabama. Ooh, okay. Let's go on now. Who would be in spirit for Kimberly, please? From Alabama. Okay, there's a mother figure for you. I don't know who you're wanting. I'm just going to get you who I can get. And, you know, we'll see where that goes, love. Hopefully you can understand this person. As I say mother, I do see a female who's a little bit so funny the way they work with me. I want to say one thing. She's given me a word, but they both go together. She seems to be a little fuller figured, okay? But she also says, I see her fuller figured. But she also says, and taller than most. I'm a taller person than most. She's wearing an apron. She also has dark hair. It seems to be, it's either straightened or like processed in some way, you know, chemically treated, or it's a wig, but it's nicely coiffed, a little bit of a bang, and it kind of goes up into up to the shoulders. She's very good about. She's very good with her health. She's very healthy most of her life until the end, and then something changes in her biochemistry, her body chemistry, and she falls ill suddenly. She's not alone at her passing. There are other family members with her, and she feels very good about the way she did pass. And she also says it was a beautiful life on earth. I see a religious thing like a crucifix or cross there to show that she's spiritual or that there's a belief system in her and the family. Now, there's also a little son under her. So that means that down the family line, there's a male. She either had a boy herself or there's some male down the family line. Would you understand this, please, for anyone?
Yes.
Okay. She loves you very, very much. She says also that it's very kind of you to have invited her in this evening. She didn't really expect this, and she feels very, very honored. Actually, she's a little bit, she says, little bit stage, a little bit of stage, stage fear or something? Stage fright, stage fright. She says she's not sure what to say right now. She says, she's like, gosh, all right, well, just calm down, mother figure. Just calm down. There's a lot of blue. She's wearing a blue dress. She has an apron on. She's also dressed up a little bit right now because she's showing me a scene from her life on Earth when she would be dressed and still in the kitchen, dressed with a dress or something nice and have to wear an apron. Sometimes when she'd come home from work, she'd have to be cooking and she'd wear an apron just to protect her clothing. She may not have had a chance. She had to change. And also, I think after church on Sunday, things like that, she'd be in the kitchen. She didn't bother always to take off her dress, but she says that her shoes came off first. Her shoes were important to knock off the body, but her dress, sometimes she'd keep it on just as long as she had an apron. She knew that she'd be safe in the kitchen. She liked to cook. She says, how's that brother of yours? He's a good boy. So this is interesting because she says you have a brother. Would you understand a brother, please?
Yes.
Okay. 2 of you are good children. There seems to be something with her. I don't know if she's your mother yet either. All I know is mother figure. She seems to have something going on in the chest area, like as if it's a heart-related issue. Is that, would you understand that, please, for who you're thinking of?
Yes.
All right. It's a sudden passing. It's not very long before this illness or whatever happens and her transition to the world of spirit. Lot of shock around her. I see people saying, oh Lord, oh Lord, things like that, sadness around her illness. Not trying to show her too much sadness. She knows, she says, she knows what's going to happen. Everybody knows what's going to happen, and well, there's a lot of prayer involved and just trying to make her comfortable. They're giving her what is called palliative care at the end to make her comfortable, because there's a knowing that there would be nothing to really switch this around. So there's a knowledge that she's going to transition before she goes. Would you understand that, please, Kimberly?
Yes.
All right. She wants to thank you, love, for letting her come in today. She's very, very, okay, she says again, squeamish about these sort of things. In other words, being in public and speaking in public like this. She says, so she's going to go quickly off the radio show. She says, but she wants you to know that she's very happy where she is. And that little brother of yours is around her sometimes. I know you have a brother, but and I felt this before actually. Would you have another male in spirit, honey? That's maybe a younger brother than you or something?
A younger brother?
Do you have I know you have a brother, right? Do you have another brother that's younger than you? Yes, what?
Not in spirit.
But he's on Earth? Okay. There's something about your younger brother she's talking about. Not I think you have another brother, but this is the younger one. She says he's around her sometimes. Now, do you mean Grandma or Mom that you're around him? What does she mean by that? I'm going to ask her, Kimberly. This is going to be a surprise. Let's see. What do you mean by that? He's around me a lot. He thinks about me a lot. He wonders where I am a lot, and he's asking me to come in a lot in his dreams and all. He wonders about the spirit world. Yeah, he wonders about the spirit world more than even you, Kimberly, she says. I want you to tell him hello from, I hear Grandma. Would you understand this is Grandma, please?
Yes. Is she possibly talking about my son?
Well, I had asked you if you had a younger brother. Do you have a younger brother?
He has a younger brother.
Oh, is it? And she has a younger brother. Okay, is he? Okay, well let's try to get this all cleared away. Her younger brother's in spirit, then?
Yes.
Okay, so then he's around her. She was just referring to her younger brother in spirit with her. But now, because you didn't get that, now you did, thank you. Now she's talking about somebody on Earth who's thinking about her a lot and is very psychic. So it could be somebody else, like a younger male to you. Let me just have her clarify that. We need to clarify these things, and then I'll go to the next caller. So Grandma, so your son would be Grandma, and this is your mother. Okay, let me see. What's
right?
Right. Okay. Now, do you have 2 boys, honey? You have 2 children?
No, just one.
Oh, just one child. Okay, but just one child in total. I mean, you have a daughter also. I need to get right.
Yeah.
Okay, one child.
No, one in total.
Okay, good. Now let me just see if she meant that also about him, besides her own brother, her younger brother in spirit. Okay, hold on. He's a good boy. He thinks about me a lot. Yes, I was trying to say something about him. Not only the fact my own brother is in spirit. He's around me a lot. Your son, he thinks about me a lot. And he wonders how I am. He's a little frightened of the spirit world or death, okay? And that she comes in a lot to say hello to him. So I don't know how old he is or what he's doing or what's going on there, but he's seeing her, feeling her, knowing her, and he's wondering about how she is. So if he's very young, you might want to watch him. Okay, he may be actually, seeing things. But if he's a little older, you might want to talk to him about it. Maybe he is getting kind of a feeling about her, thinking about her a lot. Okay, Kimberly?
Yes, and you're right on. Right before he went to college, he was talking about my mother.
Oh, is that what it is?
He talked to her. But yeah, thank you.
All right, sweetheart. Thank you, honey. God bless and thank you for being such a clear person to read for. Thank you so much, love.
Thank you.
Thank you, honey. Bye-bye. Okay, I'm going to go to one other discernment for the other side, and this would be Lenice, who's wanting to talk. She already told, oops, I'm sorry, I opened up Sherry. Sherry, I'm sorry, I have to go over there first. I'll come back to you. Now, I have to do that other side connection, Sherry, but I will come back to you. Okay. I need to go to Lenice. See, when a line is hung up, as we just had with Kimberly, then all the lines move up on the switchboard, and I was going for you, Lenice. Okay, so Lenice, you're asking for a mother. Hi, sweetie. So where's 901? Is that New Jersey, 901?
No, that's Memphis.
Memphis. Oh, what a nice place that is. I just did a reading a couple of weeks ago for somebody who was in from Memphis to my area. Okay. Yeah, she said it's a wonderful place. Okay, Lenice, let's see what we could get for you. Now, I hear a lot of noise in the background that usually does affect our connection. Are you driving?
Yes, I'm going to pull over as soon as I can.
All right. Are you on?
And I'll pull over.
I can't do anything when you're driving, not anything, okay, because it affects the whole connection.
Hold on.
Don't get in an accident now. All right. And anybody out there in listening land, if I'm going to be coming to you, please don't be in a car or around noise. It's very important for everyone to be focused, because I can't do a reading for you if you're not. Just accept it as it is, because I can explain it, but I don't want to bother right now. Okay, sounds to me
better.
Yeah. Now what I want you to do is just breathe in deeply and ask silently for your loved one to come in when you settle down. Just ask for that loved one to come in. It makes it a lot different. Okay, I do see a person now. This is a lovely woman. Looks like she's got dark hair. And it's thick. It's got some wave to it. It also looks like it might be straightened and then reset a bit. Okay, very nice. And she's got a nice smile. I don't see her body right now. I'm just seeing her face. Okay, calm. She says she's got a very calm exterior, but a very volatile or emotional interior, very feeling, passionate kind of soul and person on earth. It looks to me like, now I don't know if this is who you're looking for, honey, or anything like that, but she has a few children. She also has a couple of boys she's given birth to. I don't know if she's your mom. I have a funny feeling she might not be your mom. Okay, well, let's just see where this is going. She's medium height. She's not real heavy. She's medium build. I don't know why she's showing me this. All right, I have a feeling that it's something to do with something else. I don't know why. Because what I feel is you're like saying, that's not my mom. Yeah, I could just feel you saying that. But
my mom only had one boy.
Okay. Was your mom of African American descent, please?
Yeah.
All right, so we got those things right. But she also tells me she's mixed race. She's not just African American. There's a few different things that are in her. She's also, in other words, she's not just 100% African American. She's got some other races in her. And I believe that there may even be some American Indian in there. Okay, I don't know if you know that or not. Would you know that she's mixed race, please? Lenice.
It's a possibility.
Okay, that's not anything
but
that.
I'm not sure.
Not sure. Okay, that's fine. Let's let that go. Would you understand Mom is not really terribly overweight? She's more like a mid-sized person. Would you understand that, please?
She was at one time, but when she got sicker, as she got older, her weight dropped.
Dropped. Okay. Well, she's showing me
Mm-hmm.
mesomorph, a mid-sized body type. Not real tall, not real short, not real teeny, not really a big person, but more mid-sized body type. I don't see her yet progressed into anything like that. The hair is very thick. She's got a lot of nice thick hair. It looks like she likes to set it. It's got some curl to it. It's more medium length, and there's curls around the face, and there's a little bit of bang on the top. It's a nice, very nice hairstyle the way she shows it to me today. Straight nose, flaring nostrils, a little bit wider nose, full lips, an oval kind of face, not a square jawline, more of an oval kind of jawline. Now, that's the jawline specific. Do you understand that, please? Jawline,
Yeah.
please. Okay, nice big eyes, high forehead. High forehead. And also she shows me she has a little bit of some kind of like dots on her cheeks as if there's a little bit of a mole, or it's like freckles, just a little bit of that, particularly on her left cheek under her eye, but not right under her eye in the cheek area. I know I have to say these things because she's showing me. Would you remember that about Mom, please?
Well, it could be Josephine, my grandmother.
Oh my
I
gosh!
about her
Oh,
earlier when we did the prayer earlier about calling in. I asked for my mom and her.
okay. Well,
So this would be.
okay. Well, okay, let's go back over
Mhm.
this now. There's a couple of boys under her. Did your grandma have a couple of boys? One at the least.
Well, she had one that grew to be an adult, but he passed away early, and she had one that passed early after birth, soon after birth.
Okay, so what I'm asking you is, and you answered it, is, and just try not to give me too much info, okay? I'm gonna
Okay.
manage you a little bit better. She had said she had boys, and she had more than one. So that just said yes. I'm not asking if they're in spirit,
Yes.
dead, alive, or dead. That's just part of the evidence
Okay.
she gives us, okay? She's also
Okay.
mid height, mid weight, and she's not showing me her much older right now. I don't know. She has a little bit of a dots of like moles or freckles on the face and the cheek area. She's a very good looking woman, and she has an ovalness to her face. Her hair is full, it's very thick, it's black, and it looks like she likes to have it set. I see some curls on it. It looks like her hair, no wig or anything like that. So those are the things that come in. Does that fit more Grandma Josephine, or does that fit more your mom?
More Grandma Josephine.
All right, well, then we probably have Josephine here. She's also showing me one or two other things right now. She's showing me there's something to do with her feet bother her a lot when she's on hers. It's hard for her to walk, or she can walk, but she says her feet are bothering her a lot. Now, that could mean a number of things. I just want to see if she wants to fill that in, love. What do you mean, Grandma Josephine, about your feet, love? My feet hurt me a lot from walking a lot. I had to do a lot of walking at home and in my life. I was on my feet a lot in my life. Now, would you understand that she had to be on her feet a lot? Okay, you do understand that, because it's important for her to say these things for you, that you understand that she's fine. She wants to give you validation that she's fine. Nothing to do with her feet. I just mean that she wants you to know it's her, because she's giving us some details. And I'm going to try to get one or two more, and then we'll go for personal message, and then I need to move to the phone lines, and Sherry has to be taken next because I opened up her line. Okay, let me just see what else we got for you, Lenise, love. Okay. I think that she has a heart problem at the end of her life, because she says her heart is good now. Would you understand heart problems for Grandma Josephine, please?
Yes.
All right. Her heart is just fine now, ticking like a clock. She says, we get out a lot in spirit world. We don't sit home as much as we did on earth. She says, I was always so tired from work at home. On earth, I didn't get out a lot. She says, now I get out a lot. In other words, she's in a real place, it's a real world, and she has more fun in the spirit world, because on earth she worked a lot. And she says, like you work a lot too, Lenise. She says, I feel for you, honey. I feel for you. You're working so hard, always got to do one thing or another thing. She says, you never get time to rest. She says, I wish that you would have a little more time to rest. She says, but it's more that you like to be busy. and you don't like to sit around, then you're overworked or whatever. She says you're a very, very busy person. You're a very outgoing and gregarious personality, and you like to be kept active all the time. But anyway, I know that sounds like a mixed message, but on one hand, she says you're always busy. On the other hand, she says it's the way you like it. Would you understand that, Lenice?
Yes, yes. I've said that lately.
Yeah.
My feet hurt.
And your feet hurt. All right, good. Well, I don't know how good that is, but anyway, she wishes you would take it easy a little more, because then you would be able to get out more and just have fun for fun's sake. But by the time you're done with the end of your day, you're going to sit in an easy chair and just go, whoosh, I'm glad that's over with. Anyway, those two things you share in common with Grandma, and a number of other things as well. She says she wants you to look into heritage a little more about the family line. She says, I think you'll find some shockers about the bloodline. Okay, because remember we told you about.
Is my mom with her?
Yes, Ma.
I really wanted to know where my mom is and how she's doing. I kind of felt like you felt about your mom when she passed. It's like I forgot everything I know, and it's like I've just been worried about where is she. I don't know where she is and if she's okay. So I was wondering, is she with her mother, because she loved her mom so much.
Okay, well, I'm gonna let's just see what Grandma Josephine. Of course, she's with me, Grandma Josephine. Where else would she be? But she doesn't like to hang out with me all the time. She says she would be bored to death because I don't like everything she likes, and she doesn't like everything I like. Okay, I just get a very quick feel, and then I'm going to have to pop. But I feel that your mom seems to be heavy in the hip area or carrying extra weight in the lower part of her body. She's heavier than what I saw before. In other words, this grandma showed thin. This woman shows a little heavier. She's whoever this is. I believe it's your mom, and she looks like she carries a lot of weight more in her lower torso. Would you understand that for Mom?
Yeah, the lower belly area. She had a lot of weight there.
Yeah, all I can do is say lower torso, heavier, and I also see shorter hair. Shorter hair, doesn't like to wear her hair long. So she's saying hello. She's waving. She's waving to you from the love land of spirit world. She says, "I'm just fine, Lenice." She says, "I'm having so much fun. I didn't even want to stop having fun to come in for you tonight." And she gives you a big hug and kiss, and says, "Take care of yourself." Another time we'll work on that a little bit more. Okay, Lenice?
Okay.
Thank you, sweetheart. God bless, honey. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
God
bless.
Thank you. Bye-bye. Okay, now if anybody would like a private session, because obviously I can't do a full reading here, just go to booklaura.com and you'll get a 25% discount if you put radio show in the event code field. Now I'm going to go to Sherry because Sherry was clicked on before. Hi, Sherry. How are you, darling?
Hi, I'm great. Thanks for taking my call.
Sure. And so what I like to do when I do a life reading or something about your own life, if you would be so kind as to just give me a succinct question without background, this way I'm not influenced. Go ahead, honey. Tell me what your question is.
My question is about career. I'm about to lose my contracting job in a couple of months, and I'm just wondering if there's going to be something else coming along. I've been interviewing a lot and not being successful. And it's getting frustrating.
Okay, let's see. Sherry and work. Will she get? See, I don't like to do fortune telling, but at least I can start with that. Hold on. You're gonna find work soon enough. Usually when we're in the middle of, yes, the answer is yes, you're gonna find work very quickly. It's within a couple of weeks. Obviously, when you're in the middle of this, you can't see the forest for the trees. You get very fearful and very upset. But you've done all the right things. You've put yourself in the right flow to get, in other words, the administrative flow of what you need to do, and that you're going to find work. And this, for you, it's easier than some people because you're not an extremist. You're sort of a generalist. You have many different ways you can go with employment. And you're very flexible in what you will take, not only in terms of the job title, but also in the amount of money that you take. Some people are very much specific, but you're very flexible. And because of that, you've got at least 2 to 3 different directions that you would be going in. And if you're not flexible, they recommend you are. or become, I know you are, they're telling me you are, but I'm just saying don't get too fixed on any one thing. Keep the generalist thing going for a while. Now, as I say those words, I also get a feeling or a message that you might be wanting something very specific, even though you are a generalist. In other words, you can do a lot of different things, right? And that more specific job would be coming later on this year or the early part of next year. So take what you can get for now. Don't be upset you didn't get the one you want exactly for the moment, but eventually you will be falling into that other job. Okay, Sherry, makes sense, honey?
Yep.
There you go, love. Be happy. Thank you, love.
Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome, honey.
Bye.
Bye-bye. Okay. And so I'm going to go to Joanne, who's been waiting a very long time. As a matter of fact, the longest. Oh, let me open that line. Hello, Joanne. I'm so sorry that I had to push you back a little bit. Go ahead, honey, and ask me your question, darling.
Oh, no, that's fine. Everybody's stories are interesting. I just would like a general idea of what spirit, would like to tell me what I should know. Anything coming up love-wise or work-wise, just where I'm supposed to be.
All right, let's see if we can get you something. Joanne, 631 on Long Island. Well, you're on Long Island where that debate is going to happen. Woo!
Yes.
I know, right? The media is really making a big thing out of that. Okay, let me see, Joanne. You're good with work. Your work's all secure. You're doing well with the home. Your family life is good, except for this love thing, obviously, because you already brought that up. Now let's go to love and see what's going on with that. I do see a man there. What's this all about, Spirit? Is he coming in or is he there? He's already there. Somebody there. I don't know if you have somebody from the past that you're wondering about, but I do feel that I do see a man that is around you. Now, is it somebody from the past you're wondering about, love?
No, I don't even have anybody on the horizon.
All right. Well, then let's say what I do see is I see a man is taller, bigger build. He likes sports and athletics, like not playing them. He's not real athletic himself. He likes more maybe to coach or to be involved with that. He's a very sporting kind of person. He also has I thought he had dark hair, but now they changed the hair a little bit like a mid color hair, like a golden brown to lighter color. And he's very gregarious, very outgoing. And I do feel that I see him near something, trying to see what it is, just to give you some clues as to how you might bring this person in. I see him at an outdoor setting where there's a bar there, or like maybe he's getting food, fast food or something like that. It's like a party setting also. So what I'm getting is a person that you would meet probably going out with friends, something like that. He's dressed in a light jacket right now, the way I see him today. And I know in the Northeast, gets cold pretty rapidly, but you do have a couple of more weeks where it will be somewhat, so you'll get that Indian summer back and forth. But I feel you're going to meet him in an outdoor setting, and I feel it's near water and or a sporting event, and that you would like him very much. So if you're not getting out now, you need to get out, you need to mix, you need to mingle, and get going on that part of your life. You have you are every bit as available as anybody else to find love, Joanne, and don't, Jesus, what they're saying is don't put yourself down so much in that area. I don't know what they mean by that. I hope I'm not offending you, but think that you have as much a right to love as everybody else, and this man is waiting for you right around the bend. So this means to me that you need to get more positive thinking, okay, about it, and okay, because the negative, or the thinking my history does not necessarily mean my future, would get you this loving person a lot easier. And so they want you to know that you're a wonderful person, you're a very loving person, very kind person, and to just value and understand what your value is in this area, and forget about what happened in the past. It's not going to happen again. You're on a new course. And I also want to remind you that you do have the ability to pray. We all do, and do this prayer. I thank you, dear God, for providing me my exciting, loving partner. Ooh. Okay, honey?
Oh, that's a good one. I pray. I talk to my guides every day.
I love it.
Hope that they are hearing me. I feel like they're around me.
Well, I do feel they are as well, and the message is to think more about yourself and your deserving love. That's what they're trying to say through me to you today, is to think more about how wonderful you are, and you have just as much a right to love as everybody else. Okay, honey?
Aw. Thank you, Laura.
Thank you, Joanne. God bless, honey. Bye-bye.
Good night.
Good
God
night.
bless.
Thanks. Bye-bye. Okay, I'm going to go to Wendy now. I don't know, Wendy, what I can do to help you because I've already done the same reading a few times for you, but let's see what we can do, sweetheart. Hi. Hi, Wendy. Now, would you like to give me a... Hi, honey. Would you like to give me a succinct, framed question? That's the best way to work with me. It just, I get answers very... I get good, clear answers when I have good, clear questions. Would you be...
Yes, I know it's the same question, but I know things change a little bit. So when do you see me getting employment that'll have longevity?
Employment with longevity for Wendy. Now, Wendy, you're a good person.
Right.
You will get employment.
Thank you.
Soon. I have to see something. Hold on for a second. I'm going to just try to see if I could get something here.
Thank you.
You haven't had any luck with getting jobs for a while. Your self-esteem is low. You've been beaten up a lot in the job market. What they want you to do, because this is critical to getting a job, and I know that you've been very brave. Okay, I feel you've been very, very brave, and you've really done a lot of work to keep your morale up. But your morale is a little bit tested at the moment. So I'm going to come back to that in a moment of what can be done. I think I did say this to you once before also, but it's coming in again as another message. We'll see. Let me know. Assuming that you do improve your morale, you know, because right now I feel beaten up. Okay, within a few weeks, 4 at the very most, you will find employment to your satisfaction and what you're looking to do, and that this would work very well for you. And you will not be laid off for a very, very long time. This would be more permanent employment. Now, what can she do, Spirit, to help her have more of a buoyant energy and attitude? Because you know, she's feeling beaten up by all of this, Spirit. What can she do for herself? She's a very loving person, very kind person. Bills are piling up. Let's see. For Wendy at 916.
Thank you.
Yeah, let me just see. Give me a moment, honey. I have to be silent for this. You have to just love yourself as much as you do love yourself. I know that sounds like a contradiction, dear one. This is your guide speaking through me. I know this sounds like a contradiction, dear Wendy, but having a life purpose is as important as finding a job that pays well. You know all these things about yourself. The part of you that is the most sad is the purpose part, which has never been realized. And so it's an unrequited self underneath the surface. Finding employment is important to pay the bills. You know this, but your heart really sings to a different drum, and you've always felt unrequited, unrealized, and unrecognized in the external world. We would like to suggest to you that you can start and change that by recognizing who you truly are first, which is a healer, a carer, and a loving, loving soul. This is your true identity, and this is the part of you that needs to be honored. When you honor that by simply doing something that just honors it could be part-time work, or it could just be knowing. You don't have to do anything, but just knowing this is who you really are. And then start to do things that support that part of you. The work will come easier to pay the bills, okay, the surface work, because the underlying sense of self will have been requited and nurtured. We recommend that you take prayer, use prayer to find more of what you love to do, and also support yourself as the healer and truly a person of intuitive instincts that you are. You're a highly sensitive person with a lot to offer the world. It does not mean that you need to get a job in that. It just means that you need to understand it. The part of you that is not recognized nor understood is the part of you that is the sensitive person, the delicate child. We want you to love and nurture yourself as the highly sensitive child that you are, giving yourself nurturing and love taking yourself out, and bringing yourself in when you need. In other words, doing what you need for yourself in the moment. This will do a lot for you, because you've beaten yourself up because on the externals, you're not the tough person that it seems the world requires. We hope that this makes sense to you, because the delicate, beautiful soul, the sensitive soul, needs to be understood, needs to be loved, needs to be cared for and honored. And with that honoring and caring for you, the inner you, your outer you will flourish more. We hope that this makes sense to you. Namaste.
Thank you very much, Laura.
You're welcome, honey. God bless, love. Bye-bye. Okay. Yeah, now that's a message for everyone, not just Wendy. It's important for Wendy, but it's all for all of us. When we're walking around denying or like not feeling good, maybe we are highly sensitive. This was me for many years. I never felt like I fit into the work world. Okay, and that's pretty much what they're saying here. And so when you feel you don't fit in because maybe you're just more perceptive, or you just feel things more, or you're just a little more sensitive than other people, if you understood that it's okay to be that way and it's a wonderful quality, that's half the battle. Because as soon as you give yourself recognition, you become requited in sense of self. You honor yourself. Your self-esteem rises. And then you can play the game on the externals, at least for a while, to get the job done to pay the bills. And so that's what that message is about. Okay, so we've done Sherry, Lenice, Wendy. I'm going to go to Anne, beautiful Anne, who's wanting a healing. She's been waiting a very, very long time. Hello, Anne.
Hey, I made it on. Great.
You did. Okay, sweetheart. So go ahead and tell me what the healing is. I know we've done a few healings, but
Well, I had a different question in mind, but with your opening, your channeled opening, I'd like to ask about self-esteem and healing self-esteem issues, probably from childhood.
all right. So you want me to
anything in there
you want me to channel on it with your guides? Okay, let's go to that, Anne. Yeah, it's another way to heal. Yeah, it's another way to heal. And by the way, Wendy, if you're still listening, when you that healing, when we get a channeling, message from a guide, it's healing. It raises vibration. It shifts our consciousness. All right, so we're going to go to Anne 415. Anne. You're a very lovely child of ours, Anne. You're a good person. You are a giving person. We are your guides, and we love you very, very much. We've been working with you through many different lifetimes, eons of time, on the issue of mattering to self and mattering to the world. You have taken on the issues since this childhood, this lifetime, of challenging your sense of mattering in the world, i.e. self-esteem, more so than other lifetimes. This lifetime you've come in to heal and nurture the self, learning how to do it, like scratching one's own back, so to speak, will allow you to turn around and enable others to do the same. You see, the license of crisis, the experience of crisis, has enabled in you much, much growth. And this growth becomes a talent, a creative talent. We have come in to make you aware of your talent to help and heal others in the issue of self-esteem. And that is where your self-esteem will come from, by understanding that the nurturing bond you have with self is your guiding light out of the situation to something higher vibrational frequencies where you will finally heal. So the nurturing vibration is the one to follow. It is now time for you to heal yourself. It is time for you to nurture yourself, and not listen to anyone else around you about how healing will happen to you. Healing now will happen to you from you. And as you give yourself nurturing light and love, we will make some suggestions in a moment, you will find that you will grow in sense of self. You will realize, as you do it for yourself, how important you are, how magical you are, and how much mastery you have accomplished. Through that process, self-esteem will indeed continue. And so the way to do this is to pay attention to how you feel on a day-to-day basis, and ask yourself each and every day, what is it that I would like today, as if you were your own parent and as if you were your own child, and then follow through action, you see, dear one, through action. When you follow through with these feelings, when you nurture yourself, you find that you become the self that you are desiring to be. And so we say to you, dear one, most sacred one, to follow thy heart and nurture thyself, and your growth and your self-esteem will follow. Namaste. Okay, so that would be your assignment today. Sounds like a fun one to me.
Yeah, I always pick the healing because they're always just great messages. So I always appreciate that.
Oh, thank you, sweetheart. And that's what they should be. That's why when people ask regular questions, it always turns into a healing because, right? Because fortune telling is not helping anybody out there.
No, I agree.
You know, there's a great guy, Bob Olson, who has Best Psychic Mediums Director, I think it is, and I don't know if you've ever heard of him. Have you ever heard of Bob Olson?
I don't know much.
Okay, I think he has Best Psychic Mediums Directory or something like that. And he has all these his videos. He used to be a private investigator, and he didn't believe much in psychic stuff. But through the experiences he had with psychics and things that happened, he started to become quite a believer. And now what he is a clearinghouse for ethics and validity of the work. But he has an interesting video. I think he has Afterlife TV as his show on YouTube, if you ever went there. Afterlife TV. One of his videos is about future predictions. And in it, he says, he and his wife did a huge study about this. And he said that for the most part, it's 50-50. 50% right, 50% wrong. And these are with really, really highly skilled people. He says that's why he really doesn't believe that the future is set. And I'm going through the trouble of saying this to you because we had this beautiful conversation. That's why I do soul readings, because I'm helping you understand, right, what part do you have to play in all of this? Because that's the only way to really move forward. So thank you.
And you do chakra healing too. I have to have that.
Oh yeah, I do the chakras and all. There's always so many ways to heal, but it's all about healing. It really is all about healing. Our future is being created as we speak. It's another thing to say. Another thing to say to you and everybody else. It's kind of interesting. I don't really know how to say this, but I did a reading earlier today, and the messages came through as if they were going to happen to the lady, and then she said, well, they're already happening. So in the eternal now, right, in the eternal, right, we're always making things. It's like, imagine that your life is like a kaleidoscope. Remember those kaleidoscopes? You twist it and the whole thing changes a little bit. Right?
Oh,
Yeah. So as your energy shifts, like right now, Wendy and Sherry and everybody else listening, when you make a choice, you've switched everything. There's a great movie. It's kind of about this. It's a movie where they show that as soon as a person makes a choice, then everything else changes. But anyway, just keep that in mind. We're always creating, we're always making choices, and we're always healing. And healing is the road to happiness. Well, thank you so much, Anne, for coming in today. I thank you so much, love.
Thank you. Thank you for the show. Okay.
Thank you, love. Okay, I want to thank everybody for calling in today. I will take another caller, and then we will end the show. I'm going to go to hi, Susie. Susie's here. I'm going to go to somebody who's waiting the longest here, and that would be Laura. Laura's been waiting a very long time. Hi, Laura. Hi, sweetie. I'm so sorry. You know what happened? You fell to the very bottom of the queue, and I wasn't able to ask you what you're calling about. So don't ask me to do an other side connection right now, because my battery.
90 seconds.
My battery's on a different level. So just give me a question if there's something I can do for you, sweetheart.
I'm trying to develop as a psychic medium, and I just wondered if I will accomplish that and be able to make a living at doing that.
Okay. All righty. Yeah, this is a good question because I just got through making a whole big thing about healing and creating.
60 seconds.
Let me go to your guides. Hold on. Laura 509 guides, please come in. Yes or no? You have a lot of blocks from the past that keep cropping up and keep making you feel it's not possible. You're asking for guidance from source, from spirit. Everybody's working with you to help and heal you. And the answer is yes. But the blocks make you keep thinking no. It's fear based. Hold on. And also Christian based or religious based, and that you were planted within the environment you're in to help challenge you, your beliefs, and know yourself more. Every soul on this is channeling for you. Every soul on earth has come in to learn about themselves through the
10 seconds.
I keep stopping for a reason because in the background you don't hear this. There's a recording going 10 seconds with an English accent. Oh, let me go back to you. It seems like you've had a lot of problems with people around you in this lifetime. You're planted there by your soul to help you identify your own authentic self and learn about it, and also pick it up. Like what do they call that? Give me the word, please, Spirit. It's like reclaiming the self. You're supposed to be, this lifetime's about reclaiming your true identity through challenges to it. And so you have a lot of karmic interference that comes in that challenges who you are, challenges what you're wanting to do. It stems from money, it stems from marriage, it stems from the routine you're in every day, and it stems from socioeconomic conditions around you, and also lack of belief around you in this whole process. You've got a lot of things going on there that make you wonder, should I do this or not? But the answer is yes. And the reason that that all of this is around you is because on some critical level, your soul plan for this lifetime was to challenge your identity. The purpose is to reclaim thyself and then through that process evolve. I'm going to a broader message now. In other words, when we reclaim our identity as a soul and as a human being, we are honoring the spirit world and honoring the evolutionary process. When we do that, when we honor the deity within ourselves, our divine nature, our dharma, our soul purpose, and our true authentic self, we're basically honoring us as spiritual beings. That is the first step to evolvement. You've come in this lifetime to learn. You want to, on a soul level, learn to align with source better, and then do the work that brings you most joy. You are having dreams at night which help you understand yourself better, and they are healing you and guiding you. And I believe you have dreams that also seem to be spirit messages from the other side for people that are aligning with you and telling you that this is truly who you are. Your identity is coming in through your dreams. It's almost like spirit slipping a note in under the door, if you will. You will be able to help many, many people with this. And the way out of the karmic situation, you know, the corral that you're in or the limitations that you're in, is one little step at a time. So honoring and then doing and chipping away at it. It won't be a climactic thing. It won't be like one day you're in this situation of feeling challenged and the next day you're famous. It's a slow honoring of purpose and source. Now, are you in, where's 509, honey?
Washington State.
Washington State. All right, hold on. I hope I'm not over. Now, can you verify what's come in so far for you? Would you understand that, please?
Yeah, I do.
All right.
That makes a lot of sense, actually.
All right. And there's money, a lot of money issues around it as well, because you have to earn a living right now, you know. So they want you to just chip away at it slowly, and don't lose the forest for the trees. In other words, don't lose the big picture for the little incidentals. They're only there to challenge you and help you grow as a medium and a spiritual teacher and psychic. You are a psychic. You're very psychic, and mostly is validated through your dreams right now. But the more you honor it and honor what comes through in the dreams, you will start to hear it more during the daylight. And then you will start to get messages, and the more you honor, the more you'll get. The more you honor, the more you get. So it's a building process. You will be able to get the messages out of your head and into the world shortly. Keep up the good work. These are your guides. They're also showing me that you should journal more on what you're getting as messages, so that that's one way of showing yourself that you're honoring the messages. And that is the way out. So imagine that you were in, right? Imagine that you were in a corral, like you're a farm animal, and you're in a corral. And you want to get out. The way to get out is to burrow under the wall or the fence that's around you. And the way to burrow out from under the fence is with the journaling to honor. It's like saying to yourself, I heard this, I got this. And so as you start to honor it, you start to see it and, on paper, then it becomes like a biofeedback for you. There's also something going to happen as you start to journal. The energies around you will shift because you will become more a believer the more you get the validation. You'll become more a believer in your abilities, more a believer in your gifts as you see the validation. First you put it on paper, then you get the validation. Put it on paper so you don't forget about it. You're honoring it. Then you get the validation. And you start to get a flow to that of, yes, I'm doing it. And then your energy shifts. One other thing that goes with this is they feel that you should get involved with a metaphysical church or spiritualist church near your home. I think you might already be doing that. Would you understand that, please?
Okay. Yes.
Okay.
I do.
And they like you there very much. You're going to do good work. Keep it up. Keep up the good work, sweetheart. Okay?
Okay. Thank you so much.
You're welcome, honey. God bless. Bye-bye. Okay. If anybody would like to have a private session with me, just go to booklaura.com. Go to spiritmediumlaura.com as well. You'll see book session at the top of the page on the main menu on spiritmediumlaura.com, or if you just went to booklaura.com, you go right to the booking page, and if you put in under the event code field radio show, you will obtain you put TV show, this sounds even more exciting, TV radio show, you'll obtain a 25% discount of whatever you order. So if you order 15 minutes, you'll get 20 minutes, which is a 25% discount, and that goes up the scale. 30 minutes, you get 40 minutes, 45 minutes, you get an hour. If you pay for an hour, you get an hour, 15 minutes, so on and so forth. And, keep in mind that anybody, anywhere can get wonderful sessions via Skype if you want to see me, right? It's like a next best thing to being here if you're one of those people that likes that. So keep that in mind. Okay, have a great day. We do this all again Wednesday at 1 p.m. Eastern Time. Bye.